This is your Theo on Roadium Radio. Pull your panties to the side and enjoy the ride. Tony A, the Wizard.
Yeah, Dr. Dre is in full effect, and I gotta tell y'all a little something. Eazy-E is down with us. MC Ring, you know he's down with us. DJ Yella is down with us. Arabian Prince, you know he's down with us. Tony A the Wizard is down with us. JJ Fag is down with us. Timmy T, you know he's down with us. DJ Pooh, boy, he's down with us. Toddy P and Spade, they're down with us. My boy Ice Cube, you know he's down with us. I like to mention, so pay attention to where I'm from, Compton, but the tapes are from the Roadium. My name is Dre, listen while I play. And by the way, I'm also down with NWA. Yo, Steve at the Roadium is down with us. Slanging funky tapes, it is a must. We're number one.
Tony A. Tony A. When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 64, with the podcast that slaps you across your fat ass or a fat dick. And before I introduce my special guest today, let me go ahead and give you an update. Our mixtape CDs will be picked up tomorrow, and they will be available hopefully tomorrow evening. All 8 mixtapes will be available, and I'll be re-releasing my first Scandalous album that I produced for High C, I'm Not Your Puppet, Sit in the Park, etc. I'm re-releasing that with 3 extra songs. And once again, the Roadium Mixtape Documixery, if you haven't seen it, you can go to documixery.com and get a 20% discount using the promo code TRMD20, TRMD20. And if you have not given, or if you have given, once again, just a reminder, you can go to and donate Chicano rap documentary GoFundMe. You could either go to my IG bio and click on there, my Facebook bio and click on there, or you can click on the description on this video, and you would take you straight to the GoFundMe. So if you haven't given, cool. If you have, you know what? Thank you. And for those that are continuing to support Roadium Radio, thank you very much. And I have a special shout out goes out from someone wanting me to shout out a special person, Tiffany Vela or Via. If I butcher your name, I'm sorry. But Tiffany Vela, once again, a special shout out from someone who supports Roadium Radio. And if you guys support us, we support you. Much love and much respect. But you know what? You guys don't want to hear me talk. Let me go ahead and introduce my special guest today. So this is a man that needs absolutely no introduction. Without further ado, please allow me to introduce Noel G.
What up, man?
How you doing, brother?
I'm chilling, dog. You good?
Yes, sir.
That's right. That's what's up.
You know what?
No other way to be that good.
Exactly. When you got here, you started looking at some of my Star Wars stuff, and then you tell me you're a collector.
Yeah. I collect Star Wars, man. I kind of geek out on that stuff. I got Star Wars Legos. I got Star Wars figures. I got Star Wars, all kinds of stuff, man. So I just tripped out when I saw it. I was like, well, I thought I pulled a U-turn and came right back home.
Yeah. well, like what are the type of toys, if you don't mind me asking? Do you?
No, I collect it all, man. Not sex toys, just so we're clear. But no, I collect Star Wars, Terminator, Back to the Future. Pirates of the Caribbean, like just all the favorite movies that I like growing up as a kid,
Right.
But I became a collector. The way it started was it was kind of a trip. So I had a Lego set, and this Lego set that I had when I was young, and I'll keep it real short and cut out the fat. I always said I was going to open up this Lego set when I get posted in a home, because I was homeless at the time and I was running around from home to home to home. But as I got older, the only thing I took care of was this Lego set. But long story short, what ended up happening was I never got to open up the Lego set, because as I got older, I care about toys. I got it when I was young, you feel me?
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to get rid of this Lego set. But I remember the incident with the Garbage Pail Kids. I was going to tell you that story later, but the short story of the Garbage Pail Kids is, at the time I needed money, and I always kept everything fresh. So I had the Garbage Pail Kids in a box, and I was going to sell my Garbage Pail Kids, and I never forget, I just needed money real bad. But all of them were mint condition. I had 1 through 9 series of Garbage Pail Kids, and each card was in its own card protector. That's how much I took care of everything that I had, right? And long story short, I sold all the Garbage Pail Kids from number 1 series to 9 series, all fully collected for $200.
Wow.
Because back then I needed the money. But I found out later I could have got like 1,000 or 1,500 for that. You feel me?
Right.
But I didn't know that at the time. I was a little kid at the time, and I did $200. I was like, oh my God, what $200?
Right.
I just needed the money. So when that happened, you know, you live and learn. I had this Lego set. And the Lego set that I bought at the time was a $100 Lego set. It was one of the big castle ones. And so I was going from like house to house to house, and I just never got a chance to really be posted up to set it up.
Right.
So long story short, I had the Lego set, and as I got older, I don't care about toys no more. I'm like, whatever, dog, I'm gonna get rid of this thing. But I remember the Garbage Pail Kid situation. So I said, hold up. I said, maybe this Lego set is worth something. So when I looked into it, the Lego set at the time when I bought it was $100. But fast forward, after having it for so many years, it was worth like about $800, $900,
Wow.
somewhere in there, right? And I was like, damn, there's money in these toys. So long story short, that's how I became a toy collector.
Wow.
That's how it hit me, and I started finding. So it happened kind of on accident,
Right.
just in the need for money at the time. And anyway, so ever since then, I just started, you know, finding out more about toys and how much they're worth and what. And it's crazy what people buy these things for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I trip
yeah.
out, like people buying these toys. Like, you know, if we had some of our Star Wars toys,
Yes.
dog, from when I was a kid, homie, and got them in KB Toy Store or Toys R Us.
Right.
Oh man, you know, a toy you could buy for $2 at that time is now worth $50,000,
Exactly.
or $100,000 if you had it brand new in the package. It's so sick, like, dog. But you know, anyways, man. So that's the toy story. There's a little bit about me right there. So.
Awesome. You know,
Yeah.
and I'm glad you shared that, man, because I'm a huge toy collector. I don't have as much anymore, but I'm a huge toy collector, also a sports car collector. I like going into antique bookstores, all kinds of crazy shit. Now let me ask you this: you being in the music and the movie industry,
You were giving me a multiple choice, bro.
Right,
Straight.
right,
Go
okay.
ahead, dog. No, go ahead.
did you collect any movie props at all?
You know, that's one thing where I messed up, man. I never collected movie props. You know, it's like, you know, when I started, man, you got to remember social media wasn't back then and all that. And I didn't know about all that stuff, you know, the movie prop thing or whatever. And oh, man, I kick myself in the butt to this day. Like,
Right.
I was never much of a picture person. You know, there's some great moments I missed, and I only got them locked up here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't got no photographs, no video, no. You remember the camcorder was like a damn brick. It was like that Thor right there. That Thor, yeah. So I was like, but nah, I never kept any. But what I did start doing is I found out about I did start collecting props from some of the movies that I do now. So I got some props from Fast and the Furious Part 7.
Okay.
Kept some from there. You know, I got a script from some of my movies now and TV shows signed and some posters signed. And that's about it though, man. But the props, it's become a little bit less, you know, unless the movie really takes off and becomes a saga or something like that, it's not
Right.
worth keeping the props, you know what I mean?
You know,
Like, it really has to be a popular movie and well loved to make the prop worth it to keep or want to sell later, or just keep it for yourself, you know?
absolutely. There was one thing that I wanted to tell you when we finally booked this date.
Yeah.
There was one thing I was fucking dying
Not
to
like
tell
a
you.
real date. He means like date as in like March 14th.
Right,
March 5th. Yeah, like
right.
there's no Brokeback Gangsters here, dog. So, but go ahead, G.
I love
I'm
your sense
playing,
of humor,
dog. I'm
man.
playing, dog. Go ahead.
I wanted to tell you, bro, that I'm jealous of you, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm jealous of you.
That's a bad way to start a relationship, homie. You
I know.
Jealousy don't get you nowhere in this world,
I
dog.
know it.
It
I
starts
know.
fights and
But
domestic violence and all kinds of shit.
But I'm
Nah, go ahead.
confessing live. I told my brother this. I gotta tell him this. He goes, "Go ahead and tell
Nah,
him
go ahead. What's up? Let me hear.
that you
Now you
met
got me curious. Shit, what's up?
that you met Clint Eastwood before I did."
Oh,
I love Clint Eastwood, man.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, cool cat, man. What can I tell you about Clint, man? You know, this is one thing I could tell you about Clint. This was crazy. So
Please share.
I've been in the business 30 years, and never in my life have I been on a movie set where they do movies with sign language. Meaning, like, they don't yell cut, action, none of that stuff. And the reason why, and I asked Clint, because it was weird to me. I've never, ever been on a movie set where they never yelled cut, action, and rolling and all this different stuff or whatever, check the gate, whatever, right? And it was crazy because I told Clint, I was like, why do you do it? Like, I'm just curious, you know? And he said, when you're on a set where people are not yelling at each other, he goes, you never, ever work on a more peaceful set. So he was saying the silence is what brings peace, because people feel disrespected when they're yelled at sometimes and things like that. So, I mean, this guy is a legend, homie. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, he was making movies before I was born, during my life, and, you know, still going, right? He's like the Energizer Bunny for real. But long story short, that's the only story I really got on Clint, man. I tell you one story. So my homeboy worked on Warner Brothers.
Okay.
And they gave Clint his own area in Warner Brothers for free. So his own office building and everything, because he has that much respect and that much pull, right?
Yes.
And there's a parking spot that's Clint Eastwood's parking spot. And you don't park in that spot. Like, you know better. Long story short, there was a car that parked in that spot, and Clint went over there and broke all the windows.
No shit.
Yeah, just to show people, like, you don't park in my parking spot. Like, that's my spot. You don't park there except me and Clint only.
Damn.
Yeah, so Clint don't play, man. You know what I'm saying? Clint the real deal Holyfield. You know what I mean?
Damn. You know, it's funny because
But cool cat, you know, real life. Like, when I met him, I'm saying from personal knowing him, like, not personal knowing, I take that back, but personal meeting him and working on one of his movies, working with the legend, that's definitely a bucket list item right there. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome,
so getting to work with Clint was really cool, man. And then, you know, I got like 10, 15 pictures with them. Are you hurting yet? I'm trying to get you here. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
I'm dying over here,
But
bro.
I'm playing. And then I did go to his house for dinner too. And then that was, I'm playing. No, but Clint's cool, man. Cool cat, bro. And I'm glad I got to work with the legend, you know, so.
You know what's funny? I'm watching the movie. By the way, people that may not know what movie, this is The Mule. Fucking dope-ass fucking movie. I've always been a Clint Eastwood fan, you know, since day one. So actually, when my father played me The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, and then I saw all his westerns, you know,
right.
From Heartbreak Ridge to Pale Rider to you name it, Mystic Rivers, everything.
Right.
So Clint, I guess he's over here fucking, you know, getting his money from the glove compartment, and then here you come, and I'm like, oh shit, he's in the movie, and bro, I was like, damn, you know, it's funny because, like, I was just like.
I think every cholo actor who's a cholo actor in Hollywood was in that movie. Seriously, like every cholo actor that was, I was like tripping out.
Wow, man.
It was like a reunion at the premiere, dog. It was crazy.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Now, where were you raised at for people that are curious, man? Like, what neighborhood?
Yeah, no, that's cool. I was raised in Orange County, and then when the acting kicked off, I moved to LA for acting. And then, so I lived in Orange County till I was about maybe 15, 16.
Okay.
And then acting kicked off, and then I moved to LA, lived in LA for like 20 years, and then I just came back to Orange County. Okay. So I'm homegrown, man. I'm from, you know, the area right here.
Right.
Yeah.
The OC. Growing up in the OC, you play any sports or anything, man?
Yeah, my mom put me in baseball, soccer. I had a good life, man. Up to the age of 13 years old, I had a good life. Like, my mom, I was like a normal kid. Like, I didn't grow up struggling. I grew up in a middle-class home all the way up to the age of 13. I had a home. I had, you know, toys in my room, clothes in my closet, food on the table. Like, everything was straight. So I was in sports. I was involved. You know, we were a middle-class family. We were cool. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much, you know, I'm just waiting for the question to come because I could go on and what happened after and blah, blah. But I just, you know, I'll try to take it at your pace.
All good, man. And a lot of brothers
and sisters. Because I'll just talk and I won't shut up, bro.
No, I love it. I love it, brother.
Yeah, you know Mexicans, we like gremlins, dog. You throw water on us and 5 more pop out, you know what I mean? But I'm the only Mexican with no family, dog. So I got no brothers, no sisters. My parents were the only 2 to move to California to start a living. So I never in my life met my mom's side of the family or my dad's side of the family. So I literally have no brothers, sisters, cousins, nieces, nephew, uncle, aunt, grandma, grandpa. I got no family. So that's pretty much my story right there. Wow. It was just me, my mom, my dad, and now my daughter. And that's it. So, yeah.
You know, it's funny. My dad, used to work at a taller. He used to work at a body shop fixing cars. And since you said middle class family,
I used to steal cars, but he used to fix. Okay.
Yeah, he used to
go
fix.
Ahead.
I think we could have been fucking middle class if my dad didn't have 10 kids. I remember one time.
And you were a true Latino family.
Yes.
10 kids in a 2-bedroom house.
Yeah, exactly. And with cousins that would come over.
All right.
One day he showed me his check, and I was in elementary school, and back it was between $800 or $900. And we're talking about in the 70s.
Right. That's a lot of money back then.
Yeah, a lot of money back then, and that was when one parent could work and provide for everybody.
Right.
To now it ain't
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
it's a whole different story now.
Yeah. So, at what age would you say that the acting kicked in? Like, what inspired what? you know.
So, all right, so let's jump into it. So here's the deal. Up to the age of 13, I lived cool. I was in a middle class home, like I said, whatever. But my dad was a miserable guy. So I'm Mexican Italian. My dad's Italian, my mom's Mexican. And my dad, he was just a miserable. His life was work television, hated life. He was the type of guy where if you didn't sweat for your money, you didn't make real money. Just a real Italian, it's just the way he was, right? Yeah. He was a hard worker, and that's why. And he just hated his life, man. He was just always miserable and just not a very nice dad. He was stingy with his money. It was my mom who was a house cleaning lady, and she would work so she can buy clothes and put me in, you know, some of the sports and other activities that I would do or whatever at the time. But long story short, my dad had a millionaire best friend out of his company that he knew. And his hobby on the side was he was a scuba diver and a fisherman. He was part of a boat club. And I kid you not, as fairy tale as this sounds, no made up story, no Disneyland story, no nothing, it's straight up truth. The guy who my dad knew out of his business, who was a millionaire, asked my dad one time, do you want to go sailing around the world with me on this boat? But if you come with me, you can't bring your kid with you. And he was a multi-millionaire, he owned a yacht.
Wow.
So one day my dad came home, I kid you not, to a 13-year-old kid, and he just said, I'm leaving. And within 2 weeks, they sold the house, they put everything in storage, and my parents left. And my dad gave me $500 to a 13-year-old kid within a 2-week time frame. I went from a middle-class home, clothes in my closet, toys in my room, food on the table, to nothing but the clothes on my back, $500 in my pocket, alone in the streets with no family to call. And that's how quick my world turned around. I used to remember sneaking back into my house when it had a for sale sign on it because I knew how to get in there. A house that was once furnished, I used to sneak in through the bathroom window or the sliding glass door. I used to push it up and slide it. Sleeping in a house with nothing but carpet that was once furnished. And the reason why I found out I had to get out of that house is because I was doing that for about 3 months. And one day I went in there and there was a phone connected in the kitchen. So I went to the phone, I picked it up, and there was a dial tone. And right then and there I realized, shit, my journey begins. But at the time I was going to a continuation school because I got into a lot of trouble. So that's where I used to hang out with the gangsters, the wrong crowd. And then for 2 years I was homeless. So I was sleeping in laundromats, donut stores, did the couch tour. But you know the deal, man. You know what's up. If you're not paying the bills at someone's house, your welcome is going to run out eventually. So at 15, I meet this girl. And one day she asked me this question. She said, how come you always wear the same clothes and I never seen where you live? And I ain't gonna front, man. I'm being straight up, man. I was 15. I started crying. I broke down. I told her I'm homeless. My parents left me. I don't know what to do. Her dad was a pastor for a church. So he heard my story and he said, check it out, man. He said, you can move in here, but if you live in this house, we serve God and you got to hear the word of God. And he goes, those are the conditions of living here. Man, I said, homie, shit, I live anywhere, bro. I just want a place to live. You know what I mean? I go, see, homeboy could have been a Muslim. I would have said, let's roll.
Let's roll.
So I was living in this house, and the girl that I was living with, it was her dream to be an actress and a model. I never thought about acting a day in my life, bro. It never even crossed my mind. I was some hoodlum kid. Like, you know, I never ever in my life thought I could be on TV. Like, what are you talking about, right?
Right.
And long story short, one day she asked me to go to an acting class with her. And so I went with her to this acting class. And the reason why I went with her to the acting class is because I always thought that if I get her upset, I thought she'd have daddy come kick me out of the pad. And I thought she'd be like, you know, dad, get this. So I always did whatever I had to do to keep her happy. So one day I go to this acting class with her. Right place, right time. Never thought about acting a day in my damn life. Never even crossed my mind. Right place, right time. I was sitting in class. There was a producer who was sitting in class that day. It was scouting talent. Comes up to me and he goes, man, you're kind of funny. He goes, you want to be in a Taco Bell commercial? And I was like, I thought he was on some bullshit. I gave him my number, like whatever, right?
Right.
It ended up being real. 2 weeks later, I end up in a Taco Bell commercial. Never thought about acting a day in my life. Did a Taco Bell commercial at the age of 15 years old. It was the first thing I ever did. And at that time, I was ignorant to residual income.
Yes.
I didn't know about residual income. I thought it was like real work where you got to work to get paid, work to get paid, work to get paid, right? So I ended up doing this commercial. And every time they showed the commercial, I got a check. And I thought it was like a computer fuck up. I didn't know like this is how you legit get paid, right?
Right.
So long story short, I was like, damn, why I keep on getting paid for this commercial? So I called up the producer and I said, why I keep on getting paid for this commercial? And he goes, oh, that's how actors get paid. I said, what? I said, well, shit, I want to be an actor. And that's how the acting got started. So he introduced me to a manager. I met this manager guy. I just came in like this. I didn't know what I was doing. I just came in to interview. He liked me. He goes, man, I like you. You got a good personality, whatever. He goes, I'm going to see what I could do for you. He started sending me out on interviews, but everything he sent me out on was Gangster 1, Cholo 2, Trigger. I was like, what the fuck? I thought I was here to act. You know what I'm saying? It's me in real life. And that's how I started getting parts, and that's how the acting career started. So I've only been to college once to drop somebody off, never graduated high school, and I just got lucky, bro.
I used to dream about going to college and high school when I was asleep. So, yeah.
Hey, dog, at least you dreamt about it, man.
Oh, man, you know what, bro? Wow, that was fucking amazing right there. I was never definitely
Yeah, that story's all over YouTube, by the way, too, just so you know. That's all over the place. But
So you stole that story?
Yeah, I stole that story from another guy named Noel G, who stole it from this other guy named Hector. And then I just said, I'm going to tell that story today. It sounds good.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad you shared it here, man.
But no, I'm just saying, though, it's been shared 1,000 times, you know, but I just let you know, so. But yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? I did my homework, and I was trying to find interviews, and I couldn't find, I think I found like one, and one of them was my boy, Big Centric.
Oh, yeah, Big Centric. Yeah, that's my boy right there.
There was
that's
another one. I think it was like at a radio station, but I didn't find anything close to that. So
yeah. No, that's crazy. It's crazy.
So now, you did that. Now, how old were you when you did that again? 15, you said?
15 when I did my first. 15 when I did my first commercial for Taco Bell. It was the first thing I ever did in my life was a Taco Bell commercial.
Well, and is that still available on YouTube?
No, I looked for it, man. I tried to find it. I tried to search for it. This is 30 years ago, 30 something years ago. Like, nah, I can't even find it, bro. And it was funny. I played like a little surfer boy. It was for the new Superfish tacos. So I was like a beach bum type guy. So that's what I was.
Superfish tacos from Taco Bell?
Yeah, back then at the days. Yeah, they tried them out, and I don't think they made it, but they had them at the time. Yeah, Superfish tacos.
Did you try it?
I honestly didn't even try one, bro. I never went to Taco Bell and tried one. I was never a fan of Taco Bell.
So what happened after? Like, what was your next move?
I'll eat it if it's there, but I'm not a diehard fan. Bro. I was more McDonald's, you know.
That'll work. So after that,
because you get the toy in the Happy Meal, bro. So you know.
Did you keep that toy?
I got some of them still to this day, unwrapped.
So your next role was Cholo 1, Cholo 2, Cholo.
Yeah.
What movies were those, or what?
So
roles?
it took me 8 years to get my first movie. It was no walk in the park. It was no duck walk. You know, it took me a long time to get my first movie. What I was doing at first was a bunch of industrials. So what I used to do is like, say you get hired for a hospital, and you have to watch the training video of how to deal with a patient of who's sick. I would do stuff like that. I was doing videos for like Walmart. So like, you know, if you get caught stealing in Walmart, if you're a security guard, this is the proper procedure to do to catch someone stealing in Walmart. So I started building this reputation of like the fuck up guy. And so I was doing a lot of industrial stuff at first, and that's what they're called, industrial. So I was doing like commercials and orientation videos for big companies at the time. And they were paying, man. You know, at that time they were paying like $1,500 a day, $2,000 a day, you know, and this is I'm like 16, 17, you know, making this type of money right there. And back then, you know, $1,000 a day was some serious money, bro.
Yeah.
Like $100 would last me a month. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is when you could fill up your tank for $5 or $10.
Yeah.
You remember them days, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like $100 you could stretch.
Now
You spend $1,000 in a day, bro.
Yeah. And the girl, did she get any roles? The girl you went
Nah,
with?
the girl that's ended up being a dead deal right there. You know, she became the mom to my first kid. That's about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So after that, how long was it before you decided to move out? Did you make enough money to?
Yeah. I not yet. You know, my first movie was big, man. It was kind of funny, and it didn't go anywhere. It was with Danny Trejo, Eva Longoria. Before she became Eva Longoria, she played a Chola chick in my movie. I still got it. I even have it on VHS to this day. It's called No Mother's Crying, No Baby's Dying. We shot it out there in I want to say Pacoima.
Okay.
That's where we shot it, out there on San Fernando Boulevard or whatever. And, you know, Ice-T did the soundtrack for it. Like, I thought like it was going somewhere, you know what I mean? It got some cats up in here, right? And it ended up not going anywhere, you know, but made a nice little check on that. But I worked 9 to 5 jobs all up until Fast and the Furious.
Really?
Fast and the Furious is where I've been blessed to make a living off of nothing but acting the rest of my life. But up to Fast and the Furious, I worked at Olive Garden, Denny's, Toys R Us, Kmart, Burger King. I delivered pizzas for a company at one time. It's an independent company. I did it all, bro. I had all kinds of Olive Garden. I worked at all kinds of 9 to 5 places.
See, now people that are probably watching, they are probably surprised hearing this because they probably think that you've been walking the red carpet since day one.
Nah, you got a life before that. You know what I mean? So it's, you know, and it's funny too, because you see some people who pop up out of nowhere and they just think like, oh, what? No, it's like, man, they're 23 and they just made it. They had a life before that. There's a struggle involved. You know what I mean? But
so when you were working these jobs and doing these little cameos, if you will, with these industrial
I was doing some TV shows and stuff like that, but nothing popped off. It was Fast and the Furious that started the real roller coaster.
Okay. And with the few minutes that we have left, share with us a story. How did it lead up to you being in that Fast and the Furious?
So let me back up just 2 seconds. Let me just tell you where I noticed my life changed, right? And this is funny, bro. So I was going to the same bank for years when I was working my 9 to 5 jobs, cashing my little $200, $300 checks, right? For years. This is how I knew my life changed, man. I always share this story because I never forget it like it was yesterday. I go into the bank, the same bank I've been going to for years. And all of a sudden, I'm depositing the Fast and the Furious check. And I never forget it. I go up to the window, and the girl goes, oh, do you have a financial advisor? And I said, no. She goes, you're depositing a lot of money today. She goes, you should really talk to a financial advisor. She goes, if you could just sit in the back table. And I said, okay, cool. So I go to the back table. All of a sudden, the bank manager comes over. Hey, I'd like to introduce myself, Noel. You know, thank you for banking with us. And then this other guy comes over. I meet like 4 different people, right? I let them give me their whole spiel. They all fucking talk to me about how to invest my money, what I should and shouldn't do, and blah, 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 right? And I remember I let them all talk. And I go, all you motherfuckers are funny. I go, I've been coming to this bank for years, and all of a sudden I'm depositing a fat check, and now all of you guys want to come out the woodworks and introduce yourself? I go, fuck all y'all, man. Just deposit my shit and I'm out. I go, if you guys would have done that when I've been coming here for years depositing my small checks, I go, then maybe I might have fucked with you. But I go, you guys want to come in when I'm depositing a big check? Now all of a sudden I'm important? I go, that was the day I seen how real life works. And I was like, that's fucking funny. So that was the day that I realized like some shit's happening. You know what I mean? I never forget that. And that's a true story, man. That's just, I can't even make that shit up. But that was just kind of crazy to me because it just showed me how fake people were, you know? And like how like if they would have gave you that hospitality before, right. And then you become rich and it's still the same hospitality, right? Then let's play. But if it's all of a sudden when I'm rich and now the hospitality has amplified on a whole nother level, you know, fuck you. I see what it is. So anyways, but the way it got to Fast and Furious was I got this call from my manager and the description, because what happens is your managers and agents get a breakdown sheet and they tell you what movie it is. And it clearly said, you know, Mexican from the streets, you know, shaved head, guy from 20 to 25, street racer type, street type, you know, like that. So my manager looked at the description and said, oh, well, Noel G's perfect for this. So she sent me into the interview. And I went into the interview and long story short, man, I just started off with some street shit and just started talking to him hood. And the thing that made me different is this is what I knew. When I went to the audition, and you got to understand this, when you go to an audition, you walk into a room where there's going to be 50 people who look like you trying out for the same part. Yes. So you got to find, but they're only giving the part to one person and one person only. So you got to figure out how to win the race on that. You know, you got to figure out like, you know, what am I going to do to be different from everyone else? Yeah. And it hit me. When I was in there, I said, every single person in here is going to be polite. Every guy in here is going to walk in polite. Because when they walk into the room, it's like, you're the guy who can give me the part in Fast and the Furious. So, of course, they're going to walk in and just be like, hey, how you doing, man? Nice to meet you. And how you know what I mean? And so I thought and I said, I know what I'm going to do to stand out. I'm going to come in hood. I'm going to just come in with a rugged attitude and just come in hood. So I just walked in like, you know, what's up? And they were like, man, we liked you, man. Like, and then they had me read the role a couple times. I was in there about 20 minutes. And I never forget, man, I left. I didn't even make it to my car yet. And my manager called me up and they're like, I don't know what you did in that room, but they like you. And I was like, cool. And they're like, they already have you on hold for the part. I'm like, man, I'll cancel a funeral. I'll cancel a wedding, man. I'm like, shit, I'll be there if I get the part, you know. And long story short, man, I got the part. And the thing that was funny about Fast and Furious was when we did the movie, it was really like an independent movie at the time. No one was a star yet. That's what...
Here's what I want to do. Here's what I need to do. We need to press pause right there.
I ain't mad at you, dog. We get intermissions in an interview. I love it. Shit.
We're going to get an intermission real quick.
Go ahead.
Because I want to save that juicy shit when you come back. Is that
All
cool?
right, go ahead.
I love it, bro. Thank you. I know people are probably pissed off. What the fuck you
That's
cut them
the
off?
first interview with commercials. Damn, I love it.
Yeah. Everybody, once again, call somebody, text somebody, pay somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Noel G's in the motherfucking building, and we'll be back with the Fast and the Furious story, my friend. So 10 minutes to go take a shit, go grab a Modelo, and come right back. Welcome to Roadium Radio, and I am your host, Tony A. the Wizard. We started a GoFundMe page because we need you to help us meet our goal. And our goal is to release a Chicano rap documentary. And we need you to be a part of this. Everyone who contributes will have certain incentives offered to them. For an example, I'll name one. Your name will be on the credits of the film. Everyone who gives, everyone who contributes, their name will be on the credits. That's just one thing that we have to offer. But yet, if you read the description, you see other incentives for your contribution. If you've seen the Roadium Mixtape documentary, you will not be disappointed with this documentary, shining light on Chicano rap, the Chicano culture. It is something that can be used as an educational tool now and in the future. So once again, help us meet our goals so that we can start production. And remember this, we have a voice and we will be heard.
What it do, it's Mr. Little One chilling on Roadium Radio with the one and only Tony A and John motherfucking Elkins, boy.
Hey, what up? It's your boy Mr. Shadow. You're watching Roadium Radio with my homeboy Tony A the Wizard. You know what time it is.
Yeah, what up? This is Mr. Night Owl, and you're listening to Roadium Radio with the legendary Tony A the motherfucking Wizard.
Yo, what's cracking? Nosotros somos Aqua y estamos aquí con Tony A the Wizard. You know Roadium Radio, damn it. You know what it is.
Yo, what up? This is Mellow Man Ace and Padrino, and you tuned in to Roadium Radio with my man Tony A. Keep it locked.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy OG Arabian Prince from the world's most dangerous group, NWA. Sitting here with my boy Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
What's up, everybody? It's your homegirl Magic Girl, and you are now listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
Yo, what's up? This is Bozo, aka Emiliano. You tune into Roadium Radio on Tony Vision's YouTube channel. Let's get it.
What up? It's Mr. Soto. You guys are now in tune to Roadium Radio right here on Tony Vision on YouTube. Yep.
Check it out. This is MC Poncho on the MIC. Shout out to Tony A the Wizard, Roadium Radio. You already know.
What up? This is DJ Trick, Spanish Fly, and you're watching Tony A on the Roadium Radio Show.
Big G, Roadium Radio, Tony A in full effect. Stay tuned, watch, listen. This is how we doing it over here.
Yo, what up? I'm out here. It's Big Daddy Swoles. I'm jamming with my man, Tony A the Wizard, out here on Roadium Radio. The podcast is off the hook. Check us out.
This is DJ Clientele, and you are listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
Yeah, this Baby Bounce here with Tony A the Wizard. You are now tuned in to the Roadium Radio. We do it for the people. You hear me?
Mic check. Ernie G from Proper Dos, and I'm listening to Tony A the motherfucking Wizard on Roadium Radio. And if you don't know, you should know.
What's up, everybody? This is Soren Baker. I'm the author of the book, The History of Gangster Rap, in stores now worldwide. And you're listening to Roadium Radio, hosted by Tony A. Make sure to check it out. We talk about the Roadium mixtapes. We're here. Soren Baker, Roadium Radio.
Y'all, this is Greedy Greg, and I'm chilling with Tony the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
Hey, this is Swifty Blue. I'm right here at Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard. Stay tuned.
It's the KAS here live on Roadium Radio with the one and only Tony A the Wizard.
What up, y'all? This is Kiki Smooth, the first Mexican rapper out of Compton, rich and ruthless, and you're listening to the Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Grand Wizard, El Mago himself. Hey, Compton's in the house.
What's up? It's Quete Yes Guy with my Harbor Ottawa homeboy Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Yes Guy.
Hey, what's up, gente? It's your homeboy Duende. You're tuned into Roadium Radio with my homeboy Tony A the Wizard. Ya te la sabes, wey.
What up, what up? It's your boy Baldacci the Beast, F for Music, Face of LA, right here at Roadium Radio. Make sure y'all tune in. Your boy Tony A the Wizard.
This is Kelvin Anderson, owner of the world famous VIP Records, and you listen to my man Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
Yeah, what up? It's Lil Black, you the brown super baller, and you checking out Roadium Radio with the homeboy Tony A the Wizard.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy OG Big Wicked, Real Ones Apparel, Orange County. Out here with my boy Tony A the Wizard, Roadium Radio. Yo, make sure to peep it. Peace.
Que tranza raza, aquí su servidor, Sinful and Pecador, and you listening to Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A the Wizard.
Check, what's up? It's your boy Capital I Man from the Mexican Crew, and you're tuning into Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A the Wizard. This motherfucker's a legend. Bah!
What's up, y'all? This is Chris the Glove, and you're watching the Roadium Radio Show on Tony Vision on YouTube.
What's up? This is Mr. D on Roadium Radio, kicking back with the homeboy Tony A.
Yo, this is Fancy the Boss. Tune in on YouTube at Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
What's up? This is Leah Farsayer, aka the Dragon, the Serpent, the Spear. I'm on Roadium Radio with my boy Tony the Wizard.
Hey man, Nick V and Eric V, the Baker Boys in the house, hanging out with Roadium Radio and the one and only Tony the Wizard.
Tony the Wizard, aka Kylo Ren, right here on YouTube, Sundays and Wednesdays.
Tony Vision, subscribe
Tony
now.
Tony Vision, yeah.
Boys, big baby.
What's good with it? This is Old Creep, aka Jay Stompanato. I'm putting it down for Orange County on the Roadium Radio Show by West Coast legend DJ Tony A. We up and out this bitch.
What's up with it, dog? It's West Coast Gilly on Roadium Radio with the legend Tony A the Wizard on Tony Vision. You know what it is, West Coast to the fullest, believe that.
What's up, everybody? This is Stefan Orior listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Doughboy Tony. You tuned into Roadium Radio with West Coast legend Tony A the Wizard.
What up? It's your boy Lottie the G, straight out of Santa Ana, CA, and we right here live in the mix with the West Coast legend Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio, Tony Vision on YouTube. Yo, what's up, world? This is Cool 187, above the law in the building, and you tuned into Roadium Radio with my man Tony A the Wizard.
What's up? This is Darren Vegas. You're on Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard. Real West Coast hip hop history right here.
Yo, what up? Sleepy Malo in the house, here at the Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A the Wizard, giving us our voice back. One of the realest motherfuckers I know.
What's up, homie? It's homie Frankie Quinones, aka Creeper from Cholo P, and you're listening to Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio. That's what's up right there.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's Cujo the Savage. I'm right here with Tony A the Wizard, Roadium Radio. Everybody stay tuned, man. It's a motherfucking hit.
Yo, shout out to Roadium Radio, Tony A the Wizard, your boy Pablo Nunez right here in the studio. Be about it, people.
¿Qué onda, muchacho? Ahí viene este miro. King with the black skin and negrito de los angelitos, and you're checking out that Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
¿Qué hubo, raza? This is Wicked from the brown side here on Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard. You know.
What up? It's your homeboy Infinite TGM, chilling with Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure you guys go check that out.
What up, everybody? This is Wicked Baby Doll, and I'm chilling with Tony A at Roadium Radio. Check it out. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and follow him on Instagram.
What's good? It's your boy Spanky Loco, and you tuning in to Roadium Radio with that motherfucking legend, Mr. Tony A. You know what time it is, West.
Hey, what up? This Rebello the Dawn.
And this Dominator.
And we came straight from the 805 ready to slap that motherfucking meat on your grill, bitch.
Roadium Radio, Central Coast Click.
What up?
What up with it? This your boy OG Magoo, Los Angeles airbrush artist, big chillin' on site with the homie Tony the Wizard on Roadium Radio. All gas, no brakes. Let's get it.
Man, you now listening to LA Icon, man, right here live with Tony A, the motherfucking Wizard on Roadium Radio.
What's up, what's up? This is Esadaz, the Spanish Fly, with that reintroduction right here on Roadium Radio with my boy, the Wizard, Tony A.
Yeah, what up? It's Spanish Fly MC, Big MOC, Mr. Most MC, on the Roadium Radio Show, baby, with Tony A, the Grand Wizard. Let's go.
Johnny D from Spanish Fly on Roadium Radio. Your one and only Theo with the giant Cheeto.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Trish Toledo, and I'm over here with Tony A, John motherfucking ELKINS, and DG Media at Roadium Radio. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday and Sunday at 7 p.m.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Blanca. Bobby D presents Uncle Snoop's Army. Chilling right here at Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. Make sure you tune in Wednesdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. on YouTube.
Yo, this is Daniel Jones, the D to the motherfucking G Media Clips. Here with your boy, Tony A the Wizard on the Roadium Radio Show.
Check 1 2 1 2. This is Roger Live, and you are in tune to the sounds of Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio West Coast.
Yo, what's up? This is John motherfucking ELKINS, and you're tuning into Roadium Radio with my homeboy, DJ Tony A the Wizard.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 64, with the podcast that slaps you across your fat ass with a fat dick. You're back now with the Jack Off Hour, and this is Tony A, the Wizard, on Roadium Radio, and we are back with Noel G in the motherfucking building. How you doing, brother?
What up, G? Chilling, dog. I'm doing my behind the scenes right here. You know how that go.
Before I rudely interrupted you.
No, I ain't tripping.
You were sharing
that's
us.
late. I get it. Like, sometimes you got to interrupt when I get it.
All
like,
good,
you got to, I understand.
So you were going to share with
I don't even trip off of that stuff. When people interrupt, like, but go, what were you saying?
No,
because enough's enough, bro. I get it. We're adults here, so we don't
the
interrupt.
Fast and the Furious story.
I'm playing, dog. Go ahead.
I know.
All right. Go ahead. Only I'm funny to myself. I'm sorry. All right, no, for real. What were you saying, though? Because I didn't catch it. I know we were on Fast and the Furious, and then what? I'm listening this time.
The Fast and the Furious story.
Yeah. Oh, so long story short, it was an independent movie, and nobody was really known at that time. Like, some people were known, but not known like they are now or whatever. That's kind of like the movie that sprinted everyone forward. It was kind of the liftoff or whatever. And long story short, man, it was awesome to be a part of something that turned out so crazy. You know what I mean? And what was cool about that movie, it was one of the first movies ever, if you guys noticed, to bring all the races together.
Yeah.
So there was white, black, Mexican, and Asian actually up in that flick. And it was a multicultural movie. So it made a lot of noise and people loved it, and it was, bigger than what we thought it was going to be. We had fun doing it, man. I remember it was like getting paid to party when we were doing the movie. It was kind of crazy, but bro, to be a part of that, and then to be called back to part 7, I was like, what? You got the right number? Making sure you got the right number or whatever. But that was hella cool. So to be a part of a popular that movie, this is how crazy that movie is. So every studio has a movie and a franchise that has made the most money for the studio. So, for example, Warner Brothers, Harry Potter. No movie that Warner Brothers has ever done in their life has made more money for them than Harry Potter. Universal, it's Fast and the Furious.
Wow.
Universal is the most money ever made for Universal. So no other movie that Universal Studios has done has made more money than the Fast and the Furious saga.
Wow.
And I can't even get a free ticket to Universal Studios. You believe that shit?
I love going to Universal Studios.
I love Universal Studios, bro. You and me both. I remember the A-Team van when you got to pick it up and the Shark and Knight Rider. And come on, G. I got the pictures, homie.
That shit is hard, bro. So let's go back to the first Fast
That's
and
the
the
dork
Furious.
side of us, you know?
Did you any stories you want to share on being on the set, hanging out with those guys, with Paul Washer?
You know, it's funny, man. I get that question a lot, just to keep it real and respectfully. And it's kind of funny because when you're on the set, bro, and you're working with them, they're just normal people like everybody else, man. And when we're on set, we're talking about normal shit, like what me and you were talking about right now. You know what I mean? So there's never really like a story per se. Right. It's just the unbelievable part of I guess getting to meet them and working with them. And, you know, it's just kind of funny. Like, you start to do a movie here and a movie there and a movie there, and you start realizing, like, you know, another legend that I got to work with. I'll tell you this story because I thought I was never going to be starstruck, right?
Okay.
Because at first when I started, I ain't going to front. I ain't going to lie. Like, at first when I started, I couldn't believe I was in a movie with Denzel Washington. I'm like, I was sitting there like, do I really deserve to be on this set? Like, what just happened in my life? Like, what's going on? Like, I had all those questions running through, right? But fast forward, as you start to do it so much, it just becomes life to you, and life is life, you feel me? So what ended up happening was I was getting over a little bit of the starstruckness, you know, of like, I can't believe I'm here, because it just started becoming normal, you know, being in it so long, it just started being like, oh, I'm going back to work. I'm going back to my job, you know? And it's a fun, exciting job. Don't get it twisted, and very exciting to be, you know, a part of something like that, because it's always a different place and a different spot with new people. So that I love that side of it, you know? We travel a lot, whatever. But my point, fast forward, is I was like, I don't get starstruck no more, because I just don't. But recently, I did get a little starstruck, and I'll tell you why. I worked with the legend, bro. I got to do a movie with Mel Gibson and Vince Vaughn.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Dragged Across Concrete, and it's out right now. It's in circulation. And I ain't gonna lie, homie. When I saw Mel Gibson, I'm a fan of Vince Vaughn. I love Vince too, bro. Don't get it twisted. But when I worked with Mel, bro, like, I couldn't talk. I just kept on staring at him because I couldn't believe I was working with this cat. You know what I mean? Right. So that's probably it. But other than that, everything else has been normal. Like, there's really no stories to share other than just chopping it up with people on normal conversation, you know?
Right. No, I get it. I believe me, I understand that, because when I was 22 and we started to tour, DJing for Quick, Second to None, AMG, High C, and we would all go on the road, we ran into Mike Tyson at a club.
Oh, yeah, Mikey.
And now, I'll be honest with you.
About time, shit.
Yeah, exactly. I see Mike Tyson coming towards us. Now, this is in his prime, and they had just barely went live with him supposedly raping that girl, okay? And he is fucking huge. You know, it's like wide, you know, and I see him coming towards me. He has a gold tooth, and he has that little slice on his head, his hair. And I see him, and he's shaking everybody's hand, and now it's my turn. He sees me, he goes, "What's up?" And I shake his hand, but he was just fucking humongous. I think that dude won fights just by staring people down at the weigh-in or something.
He did. You saw the documentary?
No. Which one? I seen several.
You got to watch the documentary on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, he had one of the biggest psychological ways to win fights. So he said right when he locked eyes with his opponent, when they were about to fight, he would never take his eyes off of him first. And he knew that if his opponent went like this, he's mad dogging him, and if the opponent went like this, he already knew, I had him. This guy lost. And he says that in his documentary. It's on net. It's pretty crazy, man. It's actually a good thing.
I'm gonna have to see that one.
Yeah, you got to check it out. It's
that's
clean.
Not the one where he's performing, where he has the screens and everything. Is that?
No. Okay. I went and saw his live show in Vegas or whatever. And I'd be real, man. I couldn't understand the dude. I'm a Mike Tyson fan, bro. I love that cat, bro. I love him to death. You know, I seen his docu. I just couldn't understand him.
Yeah, you know, and people were always asking me, "You didn't get his autograph?" Well, you know what? I saw him.
I did a video with Mike Tyson, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I did the Puff Boy Bad Boy video. Okay. So I was there when Ice Cube was there, Mike Tyson was there. Shaq was there, and I was representing for the Latinos right there. And even though my part didn't make it in the damn video, but I was doing a lot of videos at the time. I was in the Dr. Dre video, Guilty Conscience. I don't know if you remember Dr. Dre and Slim Shady.
Yeah.
Remember Meet Eddie? 23 years old, fed up with life and the way things are. He decides to rob a liquor store. I was Eddie in the video, and they come out of my body and start rapping.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bro. So I did a lot of music videos back then, bro. So
Awesome.
I was there at the Bad Boy joint. We filmed that in the back of Universal Studios, right there where they had the Eva Longoria, the Desperate Housewives thing. That's where we filmed it at. And anyways, man, they cut my part out, man. Pissed off about that. Still got the check though.
Oh wow. How did you get the part for Training Day? Was that something you could just got a call? You just win? You auditioned?
No. Training Day was, I had to, man, I grinded for that part, man. Training Day, I went in, did my thing, and I just went in every day and just kept it real, man. I found a niche where I was able to just keep it gritty, raw, and real, and come in a different way that worked for me. And I'll be real, I don't really want to give that up publicly,
right,
because other actors might be watching and steal my recipe. But long story short, man, I just, I went in there just the best way I could say it is raw, gritty, and real.
Right.
And it was working, and so I was blessed and able to get a lot of parts, and so.
Well, obviously it has been working because. Shit, everybody sees you in all these movies.
I'm like the Mexican Where's Waldo,
Right. Now, you ever see those memes? Somebody started.
Yeah, they got so many of them out there, man. I can't keep up, G.
Now, do you ever find those funny?
I do. I find them funny. You know the saying, right? Well, first of all, just to clear this up, I don't lose no sleep over haters.
Right.
I can care less, bro.
Thank you.
Dude, it actually fuels me to keep wanting to do more and more, So I lose no sleep over that. And some of them are funny, some are lame, but whatever.
Right.
But you know the saying, bro. If you're not doing if they're not talking about you, you're not doing something right, And the other one is, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I mean? And this one guy said it best though. You never want to be talked about in your life, then be nothing, do nothing, and say nothing. If you never want to be talked about in your life, be nothing, do nothing, and say nothing. Stay a little hermit in a cave. And no one can ever talk about you because no one ever knew about you. Once you put yourself in the public limelight, whether it's in front of 2 people, 1,000 people, or 1 million people, you're always going to be talked about no matter what. You're going to have lovers and haters,
Always.
But what I love is the lovers outdo the haters.
Absolutely.
So that's enough fuel for me on both sides,
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, bro.
And I'm a people's person, man. I love everyone, bro. I love everyone. So, I always say that, man. I'm a people's person. I love people, so.
Absolutely, because you know what? You came in full of energy. We started talking toys.
Yeah, our eyes didn't meet across a crowded room, bro. Well, you got Yoda in the gold chain, homie. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, you got Yoda right here in the gold chain. Like,
that's yogurt.
Is that stolen or from the pawn shop or what's up?
I stole it from. Where's that one store? Fucking Kohl's. Yeah, from Kohl's. Yeah, he was under a bunch of clothes, and I just took his ass. But look, if you notice,
that's clean, bro.
You don't have
that's
a lifesaver, so that's the only thing I didn't get. So they gave me a 10% discount at Kohl's. So now I'll tell you what's another dope movie, and I think my boy Big Citric had a little cameo part.
Oh, Harsh Times.
Harsh Times.
Yeah, man. Big Citric's my boy, man. I got so much love for that cat. Yeah, we were blessed, man, to do Harsh Times. That movie was off the hook. I don't know why it didn't do as well as it. I know. I believe it should have. It just we got advertisement last minute for it. What I loved about Harsh Times, though, I could tell you this: it was one of David Ayer's passion projects. So to be a part of one of his passion projects was a true blessing for me, man, because that was a movie that David Ayer really wanted to do at that time and really get it up off the ground. And, for him to pick me to be in it was just like, what? All right, cool. So I got a lot of love for David Ayer, man.
That's dope, man. That's dope. There was another one here that I wanted to bring up. Oh, yeah, the fucking Purge. Anarchy. Talk a little bit about that, man. I like
so
that
The Purge, The Purge was a crazy-ass film, bro. That was funny, bro. So when I got the audition for that one, I came in shirt off, made my teeth black. I came in all crazy, for real. I went a little off the deep end for that one. And long story short, man, I love that movie because I love doing movies that are, different. You know what I mean? Like I respect actors like Joe Pesci. It could play a different role in every movie he does. Tom Hanks, it could play a different, as far as acting wise, Right. And people like that. So I'm trying to branch out and do different roles. things that I could do that are now different, kind of out of the box, you know. So you get older, man. You just want to, even though I still, I moisturize, I gotta exfoliate the skin, bro. Stay fresh and young. But I want to break out. I don't want to do just gangster shit. I want to play a cop, a lawyer, different roles. You know what I'm saying? So,
awesome,
yeah,
awesome,
yeah.
man. Now, this might be a weird question, but I'm gonna ask: do you have fun when you do all this?
Oh, it's fun, bro. Like I said, I think this is the funnest job ever for the simple fact that you never work in the same place. You always travel, and you get to meet different people. There's no funner job than this, in my opinion. I believe so. Yeah,
right.
I have a lot of fun doing this stuff. Sometimes I trip out, man. I can't believe I'm doing this shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's crazy. It's like, and it's funny too, because sometimes you work on a project. You'll get the red carpet. They'll pick you up at the house. And then once the movie's over, you're like, oh, shit, back to normal life. It's like you get treated like A+ status. And then all of a sudden when it's done, it's like, hey, we're done with you, man. Then you're like, damn, here I am back in my shack.
Back to reality.
Right.
Okay, let me see. Let me bring up another one. Here we have Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, let's not get personal, though. Nah, I'm playing, man. You know what's funny about Bruce Almighty? I like that movie for one reason, straight out, is that I got a chance to show my comedy side. I got a chance to show that I can be funny and do something funny and like that or whatever. So, and it was crazy how they did that scene too, man. The way they did that scene was they had a cage with no door on it, and they made an oversized pair of pants with Velcro on the back and an oversized shirt. So all they did was put the pants over a cage with no door on it, and the pants had Velcro on it, and the monkey came out on a sound cue, and that's how they filmed that. And all I had to do was the face part, like I'm taking a shit, and there you go. The monkey slid out. I don't even go to the zoo no more, bro. It's that bad.
Okay, let's talk about a little bit about.
I got a new movie out right now where I play a whole different character called Psychopath.
Yes.
I just got to drop this right quick. And there I play a police officer. I got no goatee, no mustache. I got a full head of hair. I play a cop. It's an early 70s piece from like Friday the 13th, Halloween. So if you're a fan of those type of movies, then you should like this movie because it's similar to those. And long story short, man, I just like it for the fact that I play a different role in it.
Uh-huh.
So right now it's on Tubi TV, Amazon Prime. It's in Walmart on the shelf. Go check it out on Wash, Pluto TV, things like that. You can see that movie now as we speak. So
and that has.
I had to give it a shout out, man. That's with my boy Rampage Jackson.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, with the UFC fighter, we made that movie together. So that movie is off the chain, bro. You gotta check that one out.
Speaking of Mel Gibson, did you ever see that movie? I think, and I hope I don't get it wrong, I think it's called El Gringo.
No, I never saw it.
It was supposed.
I never even heard of it.
Yes, it didn't come out in the theaters.
Okay.
I want to say El Gringo. If not, I'll look at it during break.
Was he in it?
But yeah, he started in it.
Serious?
Yeah, and I think it was filmed. Well, at least they made it look like he was in.
This was back in the days, then.
No,
right?
this was recent. Like 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is
that the name of it? El Gringo. Yeah.
Oh, really? I gotta check it out.
It was like he was.
I knew
like
a Bloodfather, but not that one.
He was like in a Mexican prison, bro.
All right.
Oh, dude, it's fucking hilarious, dude.
Really?
Yes.
Like hilarious, like lame hilarious, because the way it's shot, or
serious?
hilarious in the.
No, like it's fucking serious and hilarious. Like it's like a mix of comedy and it being serious, bro.
But it's like a stupid hilarious or like a good hilarious, where
Good
like
hilarious.
you're recommending people like you should watch that movie.
You should watch that movie.
Okay, gotcha.
You
That's
should watch
what's up.
it. He's in a fucking Mexican pen, and he's like, "There's nothing to eat. The food here sucks." He said, "But I'm here with a bunch of Mexicans, and all we're listening to is a bunch of this shit, and they're fucking playing rancheras like in the background and shit." But it's funny because
I'm gonna check it out.
No, it's worth watching. I thought, like, to me, that was one of his. I don't want to say his best films, but it was a fucking good flick.
I'm gonna check it out.
So you're gonna really enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
And everybody who does, because I usually recommend movies here, watch that one, El Gringo.
Yeah.
And then let me see this one, the Street Kings.
Oh yeah, Street Kings. Yeah, that was another David Ayer flick. David likes doing a lot of cop stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Street Kings right there was a cool film to be a part of. I'm like, they're shooting outside or what?
Yeah, just a little bit.
I know, right? We're in the hood, homie. But long story short, man, Street Kings was a badass film. It was another crooked cop film. just of how, cops run the streets, man. How cops are, some are gangsters and some aren't. So it was cool to be a part of that one.
Okay. Hotel California?
Oh, yeah. That was a long time ago, man. I even forgot about that film, bro. That's like you bringing up some of the black and white shit. I think that film was a silent film.
Homie. What about Lowriders? What can you tell me about that?
Oh, yeah. Lowriders was cool, man. It was cool to be a part of that film. It was cool to be in a film with Brian Grazer, and Esteban and Cartoon wrote that. You know what I mean? They were a part of that. I know Esteban, was displeased with a few things on there, but it was just cool to be a part of their journey, and a part of that film it was cool to be a part of it.
Awesome, man. Let me see. Oh, you know what? Now let me ask you this. Was there ever anyone that you work with, you don't have to say their names, that was just like, I thought that guy's a fucking asshole?
It was one person only, man, and it was, and I'll say his name, I don't care. It was Rob Schneider. He was a dickhead, man. That guy was an unfriendly dude. When I did the movie Animal,
right?
Yeah, he wasn't the friendliest cat at all in the world. And so he was an Adam Sandler movie. He was yelling at people on set.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm talking to the top of his lungs, yelling at people like Head Turner. Just a rude guy, man, straight up. Yeah, we didn't know what his issue. The director didn't like him. The actors didn't. Nobody liked him, to keep it real. But nobody said shit because they didn't want to get fired either and kicked off the movie set.
Wow.
But but other than that, though, I've been blessed in that area because I've worked with a lot of other actors, and never had a bad thing or whatever. They've all been cool, and I've had nothing but friendly people, luckily.
Okay. There was another one right here. Okay, you already talked about. I was saving a Psycho's Path.
Oh, okay. I know I shot the gun on that one.
No. Well, I was going to save it for the next one. Dark Knight Rises.
I had to get that in there, G. That's one of the producers right there.
Okay, I got Red Sands. I got Green Card Warriors.
Yeah, those are a lot of those movies are independent, and but it was funny. They're independent, but they had some good actors in there, So now what they're starting to do is they're making more movies on DVD and Blu-ray sales than they actually are in theater. Okay. So a lot of movies now are going more so independent with stars attached, and they're making a killing, and that's how the business has changed, and that's kind of where it's headed. So now with this COVID and all that, you don't know how much theater traction you're going to get, which to me sucks because I still like the feeling of going to a theater, getting your popcorn and your junk candy, and you know what I mean? But yeah, times are changing, so they're changing with it.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this. What does Noel G do on a weekend since this COVID, this pandemic thing took off? What do you do? Do you watch a lot of movies? Do you listen to a lot of music? Do you work out at home? What does a weekend look like for you?
Yeah, what was the question? What do I do on a weekend? Just Noel. Yeah, that's easy, bro. Christina, Julie, Stephanie, Erica, Veronica. No, I'm playing.
Oh, okay.
No,
I know them.
I know, right? No, I'm playing, dog. I'm playing. Nah, man, I don't. Now ever since this COVID deal, I've been writing a script, and so I've been using this time as opportunity. I haven't really looked at this time as depression time.
Right.
I've been looking at this time more so as opportunity time.
You've been too busy.
So, yeah, man. So I'm keeping busy, staying busy, just working. And the blessing of, what we do is we do get freedom. We get freedom, but not that I like that. But it's also a scary thing sometimes because sometimes we work and then we don't, then we work, then we don't. So sometimes we're always like, damn, when's our next job or when's our next acting gig, So we got to be clever on how we stretch our money and, make it work. And that's why a lot of actors do side businesses like clothing lines and restaurants and things like that. But long story short, man, I got a couple ideas that are cooking, right now. Psycho's Path was a movie that I produced, for example, out of my company, Entangled Entertainment.
Yeah.
So what do I do is I'm making new movies myself. I'm about to start my website soon. And that's going to be coming out soon, too. And I'll be, shooting that out later, whatever. In the middle of doing a documentary right now. That's where I was at when you said that. I want to talk to you about that after. And then the other thing is working on a movie. And just, in between life, man, I'm a nerd now, bro. I don't party like I used to. Early days. So, okay, I'll give it to you like this, and I'll make it short.
Make it long.
I'll make it short. Before getting married, I used to party, and I knew where all the clubs were at Monday through Monday. I used to party, drink, act a fool, and do all that dumb shit. Then I got married. 7 years of boring life. I straight up was Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, and home. And then I just got a divorce in 2017, and now I went back to acting a fool. So now I'm kind of like in between, you know, Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm, and every now and then a club or a bar.
Okay.
That's kind of,
So
that's
means
the short version.
On the next 30 minutes, you'll drink with me?
I don't drink that much anymore, bro. My bad, dog.
Well, every guest has at least had one beer or one shot with me. So
shit.
we have to have at least one toast. Okay. Now, I have to ask you the Hector question.
Here we go.
Okay. So there's 6 movies. Correct me if I'm wrong. 6 movies. And 2 of them are the Fast and the Furious. So there's 5. Your name Hector. Okay.
So that's just a coincidence. That's not something where I'm calling my manager and like, hey man, if I'm not Hector, I'm not doing this next film. You feel me? That's just a coincidence. Like Hollywood only knows 2 names for actors, Hector and Carlos. So the way it would work is that usually I would get a role or an opportunity for another movie or another television show. And I kid you not, 80% of the time, the role and the name for the role was Hector.
Wow.
And I would just book the role, and it's just something that kind of naturally happened on its own. It's not like, you know, I'm out there once again, like, if it's not Hector, I ain't doing the movie. And that's how that kicked off, bro. So it just kind of stuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But now I like it, and now I'm actually pushing it. Because, you know, fuck it. If I'm known that much like Hector, I'm just going to keep that rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I'm doing.
Now, did you ever look at the first script? Okay, Hector's cool. Then the second script. Okay, fucking Hector. The third script. Fuck, Hector. Fourth script. Ay, güey, Hector otra vez. The fifth script. Come on, no mames, güey. Did you ever look at it that way?
I did, man. I did. I was tripping out, like, exactly how you did it right there. Like, I was tripping out, like, really, again? Or is this like... I was starting to think this was Punk'd with Ashton Kutcher at him, you know, for a quick second. But, no, long story short, man, it was just all coincidence, straight up. All coincidence, yeah. It's the weirdest thing, but I get, like, funny little... you know, I don't even know how to say it in my life, curses or blessings in my life, you know, like, it's funny, like, acting started off on accident, like I told you, like, straight up, straight out.
That's awesome.
Hector, you know, came up on accident. Like, none of this stuff was searched for or forced to happen. All of this stuff just kind of naturally happened. Yeah. So it's been an interesting life, you know.
But it's a blessing, man, because...
It is a blessing, and I'm not complaining at all, bro. Like,
right.
You know, it's a blessing. And I don't take none of this lightly. Like, I say it in love, and I say it as humble as I can say it. I've been very fortunate in my life.
Right. I mean, you're a part of a movie that made history. You're going to be always connected to that. Now, is there anyone, like, for me being a DJ / producer, now my first documentary that I directed, and we're working on our second one, is there any actors that you would like to work with personally? Like, there's a lot of producers and rappers that I would like to work with, but is there any on there, like, you know?
I got 2 left that I want to. So I already knocked off a few of the bucket list items, which is Clint Eastwood, Mel Gibson, Denzel Washington. 2 that I hope to get under my belt, and I got to get them soon, is Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
Awesome.
And you know, that would be a blessing to be in a movie with them. If it happens, that's going to be a miracle from out of nowhere. If it doesn't happen, so be it. I got 3 out of 5, you know.
Awesome. You know, like, we got a couple of minutes before we go to break. You already shared a little
Another break?
Yes.
God damn,
another
that don't play. Where's the snack table, G?
Oh, the hot dogs and the popcorn are over there.
Yeah,
homie.
I'm like, man, you better come with craft service, homeboy.
Aaron, my brother's being licorice right now.
Right.
But
cheeseburgers or something. No,
exactly, frozen. So we had Clint Eastwood. You shared with us what he said about peace on the set. Now you had Mel Gibson, and then you have Denzel. What's one thing of each that you can say that you walked away with, maybe that you saw, that you learned, that they might have shared with
Denzel, what I walked away with him was that, you know, he never wanted to be disturbed before we were about to get into the scene. You could tell that he was in a zone. He was really in a zone, and like, you knew when he was approachable, and you knew when he was unapproachable. And you can just tell if you can read body language. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's one thing I learned about him. So what I walked away with him on was, you know, preparation for a scene. And then Clint was a little different. I think being an old timer and being in it so long, it just came so natural to him.
Right.
Him, it was kind of weird because, and first of all, too, just so you know, he was directing the movie as well. So you didn't have time to really talk and chop it up with him because he's trying to act/direct.
Right.
But Clint was just real mellow. You could talk to him, and then when it was time for action, it was time for action. He was on.
Mhm.
So, you know, I mean, there's no better teacher than being in the middle of the action. That's what I always tell people, because you see it right there in your face as opposed to being taught.
Right.
And so I got to see things right there in my face because I'm right there on set. You know, I'm watching behind the camera. I'm on camera. I'm in the rehearsal rooms. I'm doing the table reads.
Right.
And that's how you just naturally start to pick up and learn and be like, oh, that's how they do this and that's how they do that. And I would have never thought of it like that.
Okay.
And long story short, man, like I've been blessed to learn a lot, you know, in my business of things. But I'll tell you this last thing, and I know we got to go to break.
No, it's okay. You got
I got
2
to
minutes.
meet. Okay, I'll make this quick. I got to meet George Clooney one time, and I asked George Clooney. I said, if you could tell one thing to an actor, what would it be? I never forget his answer. He said, I would know everything about everything. I would know everything from craft service to renting the trailers, even to wardrobe to producing to everything. He goes, you know why? Because when you know at least a piece of everything about the business you're in, nobody can run game on you.
Wow.
That's what George Clooney said. And I was
Wow.
like, and so I took that. I was like, damn. So he basically said, no, everything about everything, or at least a little bit about everything that you're in, so you at least know somewhat of what people are talking about, so you can never be ran game on.
Awesome. Anything on Mel?
What do you mean on Mel?
Mel Gibson.
Oh man, I was on pause, bro. I think that's the first time I ever paused in my life as a human being, bro.
Wow.
I don't think I was like stuck on stupid. Yeah, no, we
okay.
talked a little bit, but cool cat. You know what was weird about that? I did a movie with Mel Gibson, and then 3 months later, I did a movie with his son, Milo Gibson.
Really?
And Lawrence Fishburne, yeah.
So I was talk a little bit about that when we come back.
And I told Milo, I was like, "What's up? I just worked with your dad." He's like, "Yeah, he told me about you." I was like, "He talked about me? What?"
Dope,
So yeah.
dope. Okay. Intermission. We'll be back. Go get yourself some licorice, hot dogs, and popcorn over there. And we're also going to get a lap dance.
I ain't mad. As long as it's not from you, we straight.
No, I got 2 midgets coming in.
That's what's up.
But
That's
anyways,
perfect.
everybody, once again, call somebody, text somebody, pay somebody, break a bottle on somebody's fucking head and let them know that Noel G's in the motherfucking building. Go get yourself some popcorn, get ready, slap your girl on her ass, and let her know we about to get wild up in this BIH. John, take us away. Welcome to Roadium Radio, and I am your host, Tony A. the Wizard. We started a GoFundMe page because we need you to help us meet our goal. And our goal is to release a Chicano rap documentary. And we need you to be a part of this. Everyone who contributes will have certain incentives offered to them. For an example, I'll name one. Your name will be on the credits of the film. Everyone who gives, everyone who contributes, their name will be on the credits. That's just one thing that we have to offer. But yet, if you read the description, you'll see other incentives for your contribution. If you've seen the Roadium Mixtape documentary, you will not be disappointed with this documentary, shining light on Chicano rap, the Chicano culture. It is something that can be used as an educational tool now and in the future. So once again, help us meet our goals so that we can start production. And remember this, we have a voice and we will be heard. You'll call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
Roadium Radio. This is your deal on Roadium Radio. Grab a seat on my knee with Tony A, the Wizard.
Cold tear shit up. Hey, yo, D, you got a level? D, hit record, man.
Get busy, easy, and Tony A on the 12 technique, see?
Here's a little something about a nigga like me. They never should have 35 cents from the scene. Yo, this is your main man scene. You don't like Tony A, well, fuck. I'm rocking shit at the Roadium.
Lonzo, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You sure?
Motherfucker, I'm ready, goddamn!
Like it ain't shit, cause I'm a player motherfucker named DJ Quick.
It's a full-time jack move. Chili kill yo, homie, make the track move. Freestyle, me, mama, keep the big chicken. Sweat dripping, girl is in the middle with your chill.
Walked in the house, got shot. 1, 2, 3. Motherfucker, don't down this shit. This is it, y'all.
Daddy.
I'm kick your ass.
Cut. We're good?
Ice Cube getting dumb at the Roadium with the funky drum, and you know my man Steve can get some. With a fool like Tony A when he plays stupid dope shit by WA. You wanna spray? Dumb motherfuckers, no doubt. And sucker DJ. Get the fuck out! Tony A.
What did you say your name? What did you say?
Tony A.
I have won 1 million battles. Lights, cameras, action, sound. Give me that mic, I'm about to go down.
Thinking of a master plan.
This story's funny. I met this girl and she had money.
We're back now at the Golden Shower Hour here on Roadium Radio with the podcast Slaps Your Crotch, Your Fat Ass with a Fat Dick. And we'll be back. We are back with Noel G. Noel G, how you doing?
What up, G? Why you gotta talk about dick so much, bro? What's up, dog?
Well, usually girls like that. You know.
I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding.
But anyways, other than that, Get the Gringo was the name of the movie.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
Get the Gringo with Mel Gibson. Oh, what did I say before? White Gringo or El Gringo? No. But I'm gonna fix you up a shot. And you were talking to me about Mel Gibson's son. And what was the other guy's name? Was it Morgan Freeman?
Milo Gibson and Lawrence Fishburne, the guy who played the dad in Boys in the Hood. Yeah. So it was funny. I did a movie with Mel, and then like 3 months later, I did a movie with his son. So that's pretty much it.
I mean, tell us.
I forgot the name of the movie, man. To be straight up, I forgot the name of the flick. We shot it in. I even forgot where we shot it. Like, what I try to do, man, sometimes is I do a movie and then I just forget about it. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, because you think about them and it will kill you if you think about it and think about it. So I'll just do it, forget about it, move on to the next.
Okay. Now, on some of the roles that you've done where you've had extensive, long acting roles, is it easy for you to remember your lines?
At first, it wasn't, like straight up, straight out. It was pretty hard. But when you do rehearsal and you know what the scene's about and you've been doing it for so long, then it becomes easy to memorize your lines.
Okay.
So the way that you do it is like you break down a scene, and when you know what it is you're supposed to be talking about, and you know where the scene is supposed to go, it's easy to memorize. So I've got pretty, you work out a technique, if you've been doing it for so long.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And those movies that you said you forgot about. Now, as a producer,
because some come out, some don't. You know what I'm saying? So some of them you just do, and you just like, oh, okay, I'll see it when I see it, or hear about it when I hear about it.
Right.
Yeah. So that's a good problem to have.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And you know what? That's what I was going to go to. Because as a producer, I've done albums that for some reason got shelved, never came out.
Oh, gotcha.
Now, in the movie industry, have you done movies that maybe we may not know about that got shelved?
Yeah, probably, to keep it 100. There's some movies that I did. To keep it real, it's kind of funny. I did 18 movies with Danny Trejo. And 18, bro. And some of those, I'm not gonna lie, he'll even tell you probably, but yeah, some of them were just straight up dog shit. You know what I mean? It's sometimes you gotta just. I'm just being real. You know, some were good, some were bad. You know, not every movie you do is gonna be a winner. You know what I mean?
Right now, when you said dog shit, you know what that reminded me of?
No, but you're gonna tell me.
Yes, Cheech and Chong is dog shit.
Oh yeah, we're smoking dog shit. That's what's up, man. I got a homie who makes the Lego pieces, Build-A-Brick, and it's crazy, man. Like he just came out with the Cheech and Chong ones. And I just got it at the last Comic-Con I was at, so I was tripping out. Like, all right.
I'm gonna throw my brother under the bus real quick. The guy that you were talking to.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy gets San Diego Comic-Con tickets every fucking year. And every year, Tony, I got you. I'm gonna take you because now it's almost nearly impossible to fucking get in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you.
You just sneak in through the back, dog.
Well, you're gonna have to get me in, homie.
Okay.
And
I got low friends in high places, man. I'll make it happen.
That'll work. Tony, I'm gonna get you. And then every fucking year, I'm taking this chick, Tony.
Oh, he did you like that?
Every damn
That's why
year.
you just go to Staples, homie. You just make a copy of the pass. You win, dog.
I'm gonna have to do that then.
Yeah, G, come on. Think like a Latino.
Yeah, and on the pass, what I put, Hector?
on the fine print, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Let's take a little quick shot, bro.
You're killing me, dog. All right, I'm gonna try to do what I can. Let's do it.
We gotta tell
something.
something.
I'm gonna try to do it. He didn't hear a damn word I said, but all right. I cheated a little bit.
I saw that. That was good acting.
Hey, there you go.
Okay. Now, during this pandemic, have you been doing any filming?
Stop calling me. I got someone calling my phone while I'm on live. Anyways. What happened? I'm sorry. Say it again.
Now, was that real or was that acting?
No, that was real, but
okay.
Someone bugging me like they don't get it. But go ahead.
During this pandemic, have you been doing any type of filming? I know you said you've been
this pandemic screwed everything up. So I was in the middle of, was about to do 4 projects. And long story short, man, it just jacked things up. So this pandemic just messed everything up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know your manager and your boy were telling me you're working on something comedy.
I'm doing I can't really say it here publicly or whatever because it's kind of like, there's non-disclosure forms on that. Mm-hmm. But it's the best way I could say it is it's a Latino hood comedy.
No shit.
Yeah, so like a Mexican version of Friday.
Dope.
Yeah, so we're working on putting that together. I think the Latinos need one on the map.
Dope.
That's about the most I can say on that.
Now let me ask you, this question just for me.
Yeah, go ahead.
What type of music do you listen to, man?
Man, you know what? I'm still stuck on Tupac, G.
No shit.
Yeah, Tupac is my dude. Like, I can't let him go. My boy got a live interview. This guy right here, P-Funk, he got a live interview with Tupac. Like, that's my G right there, man. Like, I'm still stuck on Tupac, He's still alive, bro. I believe that, bro. I believe he's on a little island somewhere.
Yeah, somebody think he's in Cuba.
Yeah, he came back as a hologram, so who knows,
Yeah,
but
you just never know these days.
Nah, I'm playing, but yeah, I'm stuck on Tupac, man. That's my G right there.
Okay.
But I like all music, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Tupac, DJ Quick. Like, I'm old school. I like all that stuff,
Okay. Now, since we're on the Tupac question, what, if you have one, what is one of your favorite Tupac songs? If you have one.
California Love.
Okay.
America's Most Wanted. The Gangster Party. Yeah, a lot, man. All of his songs pretty much. But those are like, the top hits,
Okay.
I like how 50 Cent came in too. I like 50 Cent stuff where he came in. I like that he was one of the first artists ever to put a lot of hits on one album as opposed to just like, I'm going to make 1 or 2 great hits and then the rest of the songs be whatever. So I like how he kind of came in with his thinking and did his thing. So
okay. Mine, I love So Many Tears.
Okay, yeah, I like that one too.
That's my shit.
Yeah, that song's good too. Yeah, hell
That's
yeah.
my shit, man.
I'll play that all day long.
So now, do you have anything lined up once this shit clears up? Are you going to be back on the camera?
Yeah, I got a couple projects in the mix. So once this is done, I had like 4 projects that I was already set to do 4 projects,
Wow.
but this COVID pushed them back. And long story short, when this COVID thing is over, they're already talking about re-going. So there's some things as of right now that are lined up. One that I'm trying to put together during this time is my documentary. So I'm working on that. So yeah, I got some things popping off.
That's going to be awesome, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
gonna be awesome. I mean, because the story.
You try to keep it moving, you know. That's the blessing about this business is you can always be so different. You can always do something out of the box. You know what I mean? You could do something here and something there, and it all falls in the same category of Hollywood.
Okay. I asked a lot of rappers this: if there's any producers you would like to work with, who would they be? Now, as an actor, I'd like to ask you: is there any directors out there that you would like to work with?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot, man. I can name drop a whole list. So you know that's a hard one to get into. But yeah, there's a lot of directors I'd want to work with.
Give me one.
Like just Martin Scorsese, all the greats. Steven Spielberg. Like you always want to do a movie that's under one of their belts, just to have that. You know what I'm saying? So I would, I got blessed, man. It was kind of a surprise to me. So Harsh Times.
Yes.
I was in The Dark Knight Rises. I had a little cameo in there, and it was because of Christian Bale in the movie Harsh Times.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in Harsh Times, I worked with Christian Bale for about 2 weeks. We, became homies, whatever. And I remember I get a call for Dark Knight Rises. And long story short, I emailed him and I said, hey, man, I got an audition for Dark Knight Rises Batman. And he goes, don't go into the audition. He got back to me. He said, don't go on the audition. I said, all right, cool. And then like 2 months go by. And I was thinking, damn, I should have went to the audition because I didn't hear nothing. Long story short, I got the part.
Right.
And I got to work with the director of Dark Knight Rises. And I can't believe I don't remember his name right now. Do you guys remember his name? Chris something? I think it was Chris something, but he's a famous director.
Okay.
And he's one of the ones that you want to work with. Right. And I never forget my experience with him, and I'll make it short. I did the scene 3 times. Never even met this guy yet, talked to him. He never even introduced himself to me. And I was like, what? So finally I came up to him after the 3rd time and I said, hey, what's up, man? I go, I just want to introduce myself. My name's Noel G. I go, it's awesome to be on your movie set. I want to thank you for having me. I go, I just got one question. I'll get out of your hair. I said, I did the scene 3 times already. And I go, you're the director of the film. I go, you haven't told me nothing, on what to do or not do. And I never forget what he said. He goes, no news is good news. Keep on getting back over there and do what you're doing. Chris Nolan. Yeah, Chris Nolan, famous director, So to work with him was a blessing. So long story short, I said Chris, I just didn't know his last name. Long story short, I did the scene 2 more times, called it a day, said go home.
No shit.
Yeah, and Chris Nolan is one of those directors that you want on your resume. He's one of those top dogs that, when you work with Chris Nolan, it's something serious.
Right.
And I remember that set was so high key that to keep away from paparazzi, they called the movie Rex because so many paparazzi was trying to come and get pictures on that set and trying to do things on that set. So to keep people away, to make it not known that it's a Batman set, they had Rex with the Tyrannosaurus Rex on it to make it look like it was some whatever dinosaur movie. And it was just funny as hell. But yeah, man, so being on that set, I learned a lot too on how they hide things, or try to hide things.
Where did you guys film that at?
Right here in downtown LA. I filmed right there in the ditch, homie. They made it look like Gotham. They put a cholo in Gotham City.
No shit.
Yeah, dog.
Since you said a cholo in Gotham City, here's what I'm gonna be praying for: that somehow they put a cholo in Star Wars.
Yeah, dog.
I want.
Well, then we had Jimmy Smits in there, right? That's not close enough.
No. We had another guy. We had one Mexican guy in Star Wars since the beginning. His name was Chewie.
Chewie.
Yeah. He just had one line.
That's funny, bro.
Yeah, that's it. But I want Hector.
You stole my joke, dog. No, I'm just kidding, bro.
I want to see Hector in outer space.
I know, right? No, this ain't Friday the 13th, bro.
Like
they said, Jason takes Manhattan or whatever.
May the foreskin be with you.
Right. I know. That's funny, bro.
Anyways, man, so you can take another sip, or you gonna baby because he's babysitting his drink, guys.
Yeah, no, I don't drink, man.
I'm trying to keep it gangster.
I love
with
my
this
boy.
guy.
I love my boy Tony, man, but I can't do hard liquor straight up, man. I can't. I just don't drink, dog. I kind of.
All right. So if you guys see him drinking the movies,
I gotta make history on your show, bro. There has to be at least one who denies your drink, bro. I'm gonna make history, bro. Sorry. I still love you, though. I hope.
All good, my brother.
Nothing personal.
Now here's a goofy question. On the set, when they have
here, bro, I'll take a shot.
I got tequila still in here. You want to water it down?
No.
On the set, when dudes be drinking, because they always make the fucking drinks look so beautiful. Is that real liquor that they be using?
No, it's apple juice, grape juice. They don't, it's kind of crazy. The ice cream is mashed potato because ice cream melts real rapidly underneath the lights. So they get real tricky, Milk is glue, stuff like that. Some of the food is fake, some of it's real. They spray it to make it look like it's brand new, shiny or whatever.
Or like what, Aquanet?
Or whatever, dog. Yeah, they put I never really pay attention to that because I'm just like whatever. But then some of it is real, because there's scenes where require eating. And so, but if you notice, if you really, really, really watch a film, you'll notice that actors will eat maybe just one French fry at the most, or they'll play with their food. And sometimes they don't really, really eat because you have to eat 15 times in 15 different takes. And that gets a little after a while. So sometimes they have spit buckets on the side or, things like that. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. They just got food ready to go for scene after scene after scene.
Wow. You know what's funny? I watched that movie, Man on Fire, which is one of my favorite
movies.
I
love Man on Fire.
And him and Mickey Rourke, I guess, were in Mexico at a taco stand.
Right.
And I was watching that scene over and over and over, and I'm thinking, okay, this guy is actually making the tacos look good. And here's what he did. It was Mickey Rourke and Denzel, and they have a taco and they're taking pieces of meat. And I noticed that Denzel, when Mickey Rourke's talking, he's always licking his fingers.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that shit is me estoy saboreando. I want to eat something like that. And then when Denzel talks, the other guy's licking his finger, almost like the shit's delicious. And I know it's all a part of acting. And I was like, wow, I just noticed that. I mean, when do you ever eat tacos and lick your fingers?
I hear you. I know. And that's what I'm telling you. It's so funny because when you got to keep on eating and eating and eating, it's just you find clever ways to make it look like you're eating.
Right.
And that's basically the
Now,
catch.
have you ever been hit with a project where okay, we want his ass to lose weight?
I've never, ever got that, man. I've never had a project yet where I had to, do something like Tom Hanks did in Castaway, for example, where when he was stuck on the island, they actually stopped filming for 6 months so he can lose weight to look as skinny as he did for the scene where it came back 4 years later. But I've never had anything like that, you know what I mean? Yet they just take me as is.
What was that movie? I think it was...
The only one I really did that for maybe was Psychopath. That's where I had to look a little different, where I gained a little bit of weight in that one, and I had, again, no mustache, goatee, and a full head of hair. So that one was where I looked a little, nothing like I do right here.
Now, full set of hair, did you grow it out? Or did you
no, it was a wig. It was a wig straight up. Yeah.
Do you ever wear
They tried to make me look like Ponch and Chips, So we did the best we could.
Do you ever wear wigs just to be, low key?
Nah, never. I'm blessed, man. I'm on a medium level, Sometimes I'm recognized, sometimes I'm not. It's not like The Rock or Kevin Hart where I got to go out in disguise like that. But like I said, I'm a people's person anyway. I've never in my life said no to someone who's asked for a picture. So, and I never will, So I'm a people's person, and sometimes like I said, I get noticed, and sometimes I don't,
Okay. Do you do a lot of rap music videos other than the ones you mentioned? Like today, do you?
No. Just if I get asked to be in a music video, do a cameo, whatever, then there it is, But nah, it's not really a lot of that.
You ever tried rapping?
Huh? Yeah, I rap, dog.
Really?
I just never. Yeah, I got a video out there. You guys can watch it on Godsters.com. Godsters.com with a Z. So it's like instead of keeping it gangster, keep it Godster. So it's GODSTERZ, Godsters.com, and then you can go see my music video right there where I rap.
Now, when you rap, you're not talking about rapping pretzels, rapping tamales, just...
I do that too, bro. Come on, I'm universal, homie. Better catch up.
Oh, good, man. So now, what can people in 2020 is fucked. Okay, we're almost halfway done through.
Well, my new movie coming out, bro, what they can watch for right now is two things. I got something on Netflix right now as we speak with Nicky Jam.
Okay.
It's Nicky Jam's documentary that was directed by my boy Jesse Torero and casted by his brother Ulysses. And long story short, man, you could check that out. It's with Nicky Jam. It's his documentary. So that's on Netflix right now as we speak. Got another movie on Netflix right now as we speak called Beyond Skyline. It's an alien movie. You could check that. It's with Frank Grillo. And then my new movie coming out is Tax Collector. And that's going to be a good one with Shia LaBeouf, George Lopez, Conejo, the rapper's in there.
No shit.
Yeah, he's up in the mix. Who else is in there? And some other cats.
Tell us a little bit about that movie, can you?
Well, yeah, I mean, Tax Collector. I don't know too much about it, but it's another David Ayer project.
Okay.
But it's coming out soon though. It's right around the corner here. They're starting to advertise it, so you could check me out on that one, Tax Collector.
Okay.
Yeah, and that one's gonna be off the hook, man. It's a David Ayer project, so you can't go wrong.
You know, as a matter of fact, I think Conejo. Much respect to Conejo.
Conejo's my homie. Shout out.
He hasn't given me a date, but he's supposed to be on here.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. Well, he'll tell. He's up in the movie Tax Collector.
A lot of people tell me, when are you gonna get? Like, hold the fuck up.
He helped out too, man, with a lot of he helped out too with like a lot of the consulting on it and stuff. Yeah. So not only is he in it, but he's done a lot of consulting behind, and I'm sure he probably got some music on there too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
On his Instagram, he posted a couple of pictures.
And he plays a crazy part up in that mix. You're gonna see him in a different type of character.
Now, is there any part? This might be an off the wall question.
Go ahead.
You won't play.
Yeah. To each his own. No judgment. To each his own once again, but I will not play a gay role, and I will not dress up as a woman in anything like that. That's just, there's even something where Dave Chappelle talks about some of that stuff on YouTube where he's never dressed up. He's like, I'll be the black man that does not do the girl role. Again, to each his own. Right. No judgment, but just for me, I wouldn't do it. So.
And you know what the sad thing is? That people would probably even take that offensive. And you're just being honest. It's almost like today, truth is the new fucking hate speech. Like, you just cannot be honest without somebody getting mad.
You got to be you, bro. I don't care what people think anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you got to be you, bro. Like, that's why I said this thing earlier, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? If you do it, they hate you. If you don't do it, they still hate you. You can't win if you're winning, lose if you're losing.
Yeah.
It just is what it is, I know it's a jacked up world nowadays, but
yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a picture of you after.
But I'm old school, so I don't you know what I mean?
I'm gonna take a picture of you after, and I'm gonna build an altar here in the studio. And me and all my homies, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pray that you be in a Star Wars movie. You gotta be the second Mexican other than Chewie.
Hey,
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay.
Bro. I would love to do Star Wars, bro. I'd have a heart attack doing that, dog. Because Star Wars is the shit.
It's the
you know
shit,
what's
bro.
up? Like, yeah, dog.
Now, other than
I went to Star Wars Land so quick when it opened up in Disneyland.
That guy, he has passes.
I was there. I got passes. G, like I was there, dog. I was like, what?
Did they play the Cantina song?
No, I know, right? Nah, they didn't. But Star Wars, it was cool, right? Yeah, it's cool, dog.
Would you ever get a table dance with the Cantina song from an alien?
Yeah, why not? I'll try some new shit. Why not, dog?
Okay, now
live on the edge.
Other than Star Wars, what's one of your favorite sci-fi movies that you would throw on?
I don't know, man. Back to the Future, would that be considered sci-fi a little bit or not?
Kind of,
because it's Back to the maybe that. I watched Back to the Future like 30,000 times. I don't know, Star Wars, Terminator. I'm old school, man. It's kind of funny because nowadays, just to keep it 100, I don't think they make movies like they used to back in the day. So if you catch a good one now, you're lucky. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so nowadays, it's kind of funny, man. Like, and now too, to be honest with you, and I'm just keeping it 100. That's the only way I know how to keep it. But I'm just saying is I don't watch a lot of movies nowadays, anyways, because there's just too much to watch.
Okay.
It's so oversaturated now. Every day, someone's telling me about a new show that came out on Netflix. I didn't even watch the one you told me about last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just too much shit to watch now. You can't keep up anymore.
Right.
You just can't, bro.
Mine, you know which one I throw on every few months?
No, but you're gonna tell me.
Yes. Stargate.
Oh, I was never a fan of Stargate, bro.
Not the series, the movie.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I love that fucking movie.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe I gotta watch it and give it another chance because I never really saw it. But when I first watched it, I wasn't into it.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. Check it out.
Oh, I guess because I love like Egyptology so much.
Yeah.
So like when they went fucking outer space and there were pyramids there.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
I gotta check it out.
Now, name me one of the last dope horror movies you've seen.
One of the last dope what?
Horror movies.
Oh, horror movies.
Not horror movies. But
Man,
horror.
yeah, I know. I was like, porno. What we getting into now? Midget porn, animal porn.
No,
What's
not
really
keeping
going
up
on?
with the Kardashians. Not that one.
I got you. I know my movie, right? Psychopath. That was I guys got to keep on plugging Psychopath. Watch it. But no, check it out. You know what? What was one of the last good horror movies I watched? You know, I'm still a fan of Exorcist to this day,
my
bro.
God.
To
I
keep
was
it
just
real.
thinking that, bro.
I don't think any movie has ever. Okay, I'll give you a fun fact. Here's a fun fact. Keep it 100. So I've been a horror geek my whole life.
Awesome.
I've loved horror movies since day one, right?
Awesome.
So let me give you a fun fact here that's real spit, real talk. Not one movie has made me jump or scream or scared me ever. I didn't jump on any movie. Like you could, even Exorcist, I didn't jump on nothing. There's only one movie that scared the shit out of me in my whole life, ever, out of all the horror movies I've ever watched. And I'll tell you which one it is. Fun fact, is Poltergeist Part 2. That old man, I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
The one who walks up to the door, and that guy was motherfucking freaky, homie. Like, and the part at the door when he's like, "Let me in,"
right,
you know,
right.
because I'm your friend. And with Craig T, that dude, there's no movie that's ever scared me in my life.
Hey,
I
dude.
kid you not, as God is my witness, no lie, no joke, other than Poltergeist 2 because of that old man.
Did you ever see the movie? I hope I don't get it wrong. I just know it's not Salem's Lot. I think it's called. No, not. I was gonna say Salem's Lot, but it's a different one. I'll remember it. But it's an old man that carries a fucking casket by himself. Old '80s movie. That one really freaked me out. Phantasm.
Oh, Phantasm. You know what's funny? I worked with that dude, man.
That old man?
I did. Yeah, I did a movie with him, man. What was it? Gangs of the Dead. It's a zombie movie. Check that one out. Gangs of the Dead. And I got a scene with that guy and worked with that cat. Yeah, the star of Phantasma.
You know who's another guy that I like to meet?
Yeah, he's a cool cat. He's cool in real life.
You ever met Martin Landau?
Nah.
He did. He did so many classic movies. But you ever see Ed Wood with what the fuck is it? Johnny Depp?
No, I never checked it out.
Okay, it was about one of the world's Hollywood's worst director, a guy named Ed Wood, and Johnny Depp plays him. So they actually did a black and white movie.
Oh no, I gotta check
and
that one out.
Martin Landau plays Bela Lugosi.
Okay.
Amazing. He does an amazing job.
I'll check it out.
He looks fucking creepy in that fucking movie, bro.
So you know what's funny, right, about Johnny Depp? He was in the first Nightmare on Elm Street. You remember?
Yes.
Yeah. So he was up in that joint.
That's a good one. And I ran out of questions to ask you. So you're not down to sip on that?
But nah, I can't, dog.
I'm gonna keep putting him on the spot.
I know, my bad, man. I can't do it.
Okay,
funny story. So what happened was,
I'm gonna start me another one.
Before 2008,
okay,
I used to drink a lot, and then in 2008, when I got married, I stopped drinking, and I didn't drink for 7 years, not even a sip. Didn't even touch it. Didn't even look at it. I stopped smoking weed, everything. And then when I got a divorce, it kind of hit me hard to keep it 100. And then in 2015, I started drinking again. But the difference was, before 2008, I used to drink a lot. But then I was sober for 7 years. Never even took a sip once again. Never even touched it, looked at it, smelled it, nothing. Wasn't even around it. And then when I got the divorce in 2015, I started drinking again, but now light. I just drink off and on, you know? If I have a girl, whatever, I'll sip, but I don't know. I just kind of lost the taste for it. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
and I haven't smoked weed since 2008.
Well, don't let me be a bad influence. But
no, I ain't tripping, dog. We all make our own decisions at the end of the day.
Okay. I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna hold back.
No, say it. I don't care.
I mean, you almost like announced the divorce like if it was a movie release or party or something.
I know, right? No.
You're like, well, I got divorced, and but all good, homie, all good. You know what? Let me give a shout out to my boy, Mini Micheladas, my boy Blasto. He sponsors me. If you ever want to drink a michelada, this is the shiznit right here.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
As a matter of fact, I'm coming out with my own drink. It's vodka and prune juice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the shit.
Yeah.
So
that's funny, bro. Say that again right here for the peeps.
Yeah, I'm gonna coming out my own drink, Roadium Radio drink. It's vodka and prune juice. It's the shiznit. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a bottle.
Literally,
homie. You'll be buzzed sitting on the toilet. So all good,
that's
homie.
what's up.
Now at this time, it's
Yes,
time to
sir.
say goodbye.
All right.
MICKU. No, anyway, remember that?
There's always a goodbye. Here it is.
Yes. Any shout outs you want to give? You want to give it a shout out to yourself? You want to mention a movie?
No, I
Recycles
just say
Path again.
I keep my shout out simple. Number one is follow my Instagram, actor Noel G. Give me a follow right there. Second shout out, man, is to you. Thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it was awesome that got to come through, man. Very cool people, man. Thank you for. I'm always blessed, man. I always tell people, if you can't give a good message to 2 people privately, you don't deserve to be in front of 1,000 people publicly. So what that means is I don't take any interview lightly. It's always a blessing to be asked to be interviewed and want to speak or whatever. So that's why I want to thank you, bro, for having me. Like, sincerely, man, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, brother.
It's always good too to know, like, sometimes people are still interested in you. But so yeah, man, thank you to you. And then my last shout out is always to God first, and I always say the rest will work itself out. So
awesome. What about P-Funk?
That's it. Oh, these are all my boys, man. They know what's up, man. That's P-Funk, my publicist right there. These are my homies who hold Bow Down Clothing right here. You got to get their stuff. I'm wearing their shirt right here on the interview. Bow Down Clothing. Get their mask right now. That's what's up.
That's it.
Yeah, they got masks right now that are off the hook with the filter and everything in there.
No
So
shit.
yeah, only $20, man. You know what I mean? Get it for a present for someone. That you have one to show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be coming out with any wrestling masks?
I know, right? We should, huh? The
exactly.
Natural Libra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I need one of those.
These are $20, bro.
Okay.
No, I'm playing. We make our first sale right
Yeah, because
here,
every time
bro.
I go to Food for Less, they need me to get a mask.
Yeah. No. Of course, we're gonna bless you with one.
Hell yeah.
There you go, G.
La máscara.
Yeah, dog. And then Bow Down right here, dog. Get a shot on
Make
that.
sure,
right
oh
there.
shit, these are bandana style. Make sure you guys get these. Hell yeah.
There you guys go. Bow Down Clothing. Get your mask. Get your
Hell
mask.
yeah, I need one of these right
That's
here.
what's up. I don't want to give them all away before Jesse freaks out. Oh yeah, here you guys go, G. That's what's up, man. Love it.
You know, the dope thing about these masks is that whenever you want to throw a midnight creep, you throw these on and nobody recognizes you.
Whenever you want to rob a liquor store, you want to be part of the looting, you just make sure you have one of your bow downs.
One of your bow downs. And if anybody tells you who are you, just say your name is Jesse.
Yeah, exactly. And then run for the hills.
Exactly. So other than that, let me go ahead and give my shout outs. Let me thank Noel G, and we're going to be praying for him to be on the new Star Wars movie. We want to see Hector in outer space. So other than that, let me give a shout out to my boy John motherfucking ELKINS. He just released his anal bleach today. His anal bleach came out today. So if your anal's a little dark, it'll bleach it away. Okay. He actually has a scented wax. So if many of you women got a Chewbacca, you can just wax it away. And other than that, you can go to his website, johnmotherfuckingelkins.com. You can download his nude pictures. And I'm the one that took them. So they're great, believe me. They're great. And if any men want to be waxed, make sure you guys hit him up, jme.com, johnmotherfuckingelkins.com, and he'll wax you for free. Only if you purchase the wax first. Other than that, it's also coming out with women perfume. Okay. DG Daniel Media Clips. Thank you for taking pictures. Let me give a shout out to my boy Roger Mera, who got stuck out in Peru. We told your ass not to go.
Roger!
Even P-Funk told you not to go. And you got stuck in Peru. So now you're fucked, homie. But you know what? We welcome you back with open arms 2021. So you got a couple of more months. So the publicist, your name, brother?
JG3.
Jin G3. Did I get that right? JJ3. JG3. Okay. Jesse, Bow Down, Chicano Rap Magazine, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Chicano Rap Magazine. Hey, you know what? If you're Chicano, put that motherfucking brown fist up in the motherfucking air. Okay? It's about that time. It's about that fucking time. You know why? Because we matter too. We go through the same shit that everybody fucking goes through, homie. So keep that motherfucking fist up, okay? And let me tell you something. we have a voice. Okay? Stay blessed. And let me tell you something. I was going to say the word shocked, but you're going to be hell of a surprised when you find out who I have coming in Sunday. So believe me, don't get your panties in a bunch. Wait till tomorrow morning and I'll post a flyer on my Instagram, on my Facebook, and on the YouTube story. And before I leave, I got to give a shout out to my brother, the Spice Smuggler. He's selling refurbished dick pumps. So for all you guys under quarantine, if you guys want to give a couple of jaladas, hit him up at spicesmuggler.com. And my son, B. Scanless, for helping me promote this shit. My son, B. Scanless. And you know what? Wheelman's in the motherfucking building. Noel G, hope to see you in outer space, homie.
All love, G. That's what's
Hell
up,
yeah.
man. The Roadium show in the house.
Hell yeah. Hector.
Yes, sir.
We out of here.